Hey, how's it going, Ivy? My name is Jack Kim here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thanks for trying out our site auditor. I wanted to follow up while I had some free time here at the office to do a follow-up video analysis of your website and just kind of take a look at it as a search marketer and see what's been working for you, as well as provide additional insight and maybe talk about what we could do if we were to kind of work together here with your SEO moving forward. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did was I pulled up a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website and see kind of what's been working for you in terms of your SEO. The first thing I can notice right now is your number of referring domains and backlinks. So basically, your referring domains and backlinks are the number of websites that are currently pointing back to your website. So what I mean by that, for example, is if there was a blog out there called kidsfashionblog.com, and they made a new blog post, and then at the end of that blog post, they said, well, if you'd like to check out more on kids fashion toddler clothes, go visit this website. And then they had a link out to yours, so kidsfashionmore.com. Google actually tracks all those links that other websites point back to your website, and they use all those websites to kind of determine how authoritative your website is. So it's kind of like a popularity contest. What Google wants to see is they want to see a lot of credible and good quality websites, and a lot of these pointing back to your website with that backlink, right? It's almost as if it's like they're referring their readers to your website because they have that link that customers can click on and visit your website through. So Google wants to see a lot of these because it shows Google that you are a authority in the niche because you have a lot of good quality websites that are pointing and referring your website as something to go check out. Right? So you just want a lot of referring domains and a lot of backlinks to show Google how authoritative the website itself is. So you can see right now that you have 132 referring domains on 491 backlinks. I would recommend shooting for closer to about 300, 400 referring domains on about 3,000 backlinks. That's really going to show Google that you are an authority on the web and on the web sphere, and you really deserve to hold the top positions for any of those keywords you're looking to rank for, right? So at the end of the day, as long as the backlinks themselves are quality ones and are relevant to your niche, the more of this you have than your competitors, the higher you're just going to rank, right? As long as all the on-page elements of the website are there as well. So I can see that right here, your referring domains are going up. So it looks like you're continuing to put work into your website. You're continuing to do the things that are necessary to increase your presence. It's just that it hasn't been at the rate that we need it to be for you to really explode in the organic searches and really put you at the top of Google and start bringing a lot more traffic than you are right now. Because it looks like you're bringing about 200 per month. We can definitely bring that up to thousands in traffic, especially for such a large niche as toddler clothes and kids fashion and things like that. What I want to show you next right here real quick is currently the keywords that you rank for in Google, where people are finding you online, and kind of go over that real quick. So right now, it looks like for the phrase Betty Boop clothes, when someone types that in, there's about 300 searches per month for that phrase. You're currently ranked number 9. Now, this is the URL that's currently ranking on Google, and you'll see that it's actually not your homepage, right? So it's not just kidsfashionmore.com. The web page that's currently ranking is actually this right here, Betty Boop Girls Clothes. You can see how this is the page that currently ranks for that phrase, and I bet you get a decent amount of sales from Betty Boop Clothes and Betty Boop specifically because this is where you're being found on Google, right? So you're currently ranking at number 9. We definitely want to make sure that we're closer to number 321, right? Because that's where you're going to be capturing the majority of this volume. Whereas if you're number 9, all the way at the bottom of the first page, you're only capturing about, maybe 10%, maybe 5% of the actual traffic. When you're closer to like the top of the page for this kind of phrase, you're going to see a lot closer to 150, 200 people just specifically from this keyword, just because that's the difference between holding the number 1 spot and number 1, 2, or 3 spot and holding the number 9 spot, right? So we definitely want to make sure we're ranking for this. You clearly have the product specifically for Betty Boop Girls Clothes. You just want to make sure that those people that are searching for this kind of thing are directed to your website. Now, some of the things that are going to help with that is making sure that this entire page is optimized specifically for that phrase, and it looks like the header tag is good. I would have more content on here, right? It's just another one of those things that Google's looking for, in addition to those backlinks that I was talking about, that Google uses to determine how authoritative a website is. So Google can't actually look at this image right here and determine what it is. Google can't look at this and determine that it's Betty Boop girl clothing. All they can see is just a picture. They can't determine if it's a house, a car, a dead puppy. It doesn't really matter, but they can read content. So you want to make sure that you're showing Google that you're an authoritative website by also having the content on there. So what I would do is I would talk about Betty Boop girls clothes, maybe talk about what Betty Boop was, maybe a little bit of history, maybe talk about the different kinds of Betty Boop girl clothing are there, maybe some benefits of it, why it's distinctly they should order from you, and specific things like that. Shoot for about 1,000, 1,500 words of content. It's definitely going to help you, even just by adding more content, just ranking this higher, because it's more authoritative. And then what we do is, on top of that, in our SEO efforts, we would also point some of those backlinks on the inner page, because I guarantee most of the things where you're getting your backlinks they're just all pointing to your homepage, not these inner pages, and we can always do that as well. That we can help. And so what I would do, ideally, is I would go in here and I would find all the keywords that you currently rank for that has a decent amount of search volume. So this one would be another good one, yoga baga clothes. 400 searches per month, you rank number 6, so you're doing a good job. I just would further optimize this page right here and make sure that it's really specifically targeting this phrase and optimized completely for that kind of keyword. And yeah, so it's just not a very big page in here, and it's because it's just a specific product page, but I would just have a little bit more content below this just to help rank it higher, right? So that, I mean, that's what we do here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads. We just figure out exactly what little tweaks and what's working and what it takes to exactly crack Google's algorithm. Right? What exactly, if we do this, then it's going to cause a positive movement in the SERPs, and it's going to help our clients rank higher, and yada yada yada, right? And so that's what we do, and we know that backlinks do make a huge impact on your how quickly and how high you rank in Google's search, as well as the content on there, right? And so there's a lot of other things that we would do, because we don't want to cut corners, right? We want to make sure that the entire site is properly optimized. I would fix all the on-page SEO elements of it, make sure that all the inner links are there, make sure that the website speed's there, and a bunch of other tweaks as well on top of the things that I talked about earlier, so that we can really optimize your website and make it as easy as possible for Google to understand exactly that you're an authoritative website, as well as what you're looking to rank for in terms of the keywords. Right? And just make it as easy as possible for them to understand exactly what that is. And so that's the kind of thing that we would do here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads. And we would love to work with you here moving forward. What I'm going to do is I'll attach my phone number along with the email that I send this out to you. That way, in case you want to talk to me, you can do that. It's my direct cell phone number. Otherwise, we can just talk back and forth by email and then just kind of go from there. But like I said, I would love to work with you moving forward. Otherwise, you can just run with this info and try and do it yourself, or hire another SEO person. That's okay with me. I just hope that your business increases and your marketing efforts pay off, right? So again, appreciate it if you watch this video all the way through, Ivy. I appreciate it. Maybe hopefully talk to you soon, and we can just kind of go from there. So thanks, and have a great rest of your day and week. Thank you.